You may hear it. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier.
There's nothing like boxing, and there are no athletes like fighters.
Struggling to get to his feet. It's unbelievable.
Takes another right. Burns in deep trouble again. Burns is down. Burns is down.
You know, you dream of fights like this, but the big center really live up to this. It's over.
Muhammad Ali, the champion. He's lost only twice to our colleague Ken Norton and to Joe Frazier. 35 years old. Beaten the 2 times in 56 pro fights. Never been knocked out. He's been knocked down only 4 times by Joe Frazier, Henry Cooper, Sonny Banks early in his career in that half knockout, half push from Chuck Wagner. The champion of the world, Muhammad Ali. Ken Norton, the wait, that 2-3 minute wait before the champion arrives after you've already entered the ring. What does that do to you?
Really doesn't do that much because you're already in your own, your own world, so to speak. Your mind is what it should be. You're thinking about what you should do, and you're kind of trying to psych yourself up more. If it's a long period of time that you wait for the man, it might bother you. But 3 or 4 or 5 minutes, it doesn't bother you. It only helps psych you up more. Because you know, Ali's strategy mainly is to have you waiting and have you kind of burn up that energy.
Ali always has his fun, but he is taking this one very lightly, at least on the outside.
I think Ali's a very smart individual. He's not taking the man too lightly.
And now the introductions. Let's go up to the center of the ring.
Athletic Commission, your judges Eva Shane and Tony Castellano. The timekeeper is Fred Abatello. The referee for the main event is Johnny Lobienko. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the principals for the main event. First, the challenger. He hails from Leavittsburg, Ohio. He weighs 211 1/4 pounds in blue trunks trimmed in white. The man who's caused more blackouts than Con Edison. Here is Ernie Shavers. His opponent, originally from Louisville, Kentucky, he now fights out of Chicago, Illinois. He weighs 225 pounds, white trunks, trimmed in black, the one, the only, the world champion, Muhammad Ali. 15 rounds or less. Johnny Lobienko is your referee.
No question about the crowd reaction. It's a Muhammad Ali audience as we begin tonight, Ken Norton. Now, for the first time, we see both men without their robes. How about Ali? Some say he's not in shape. What do you think?
I think the man is in shape, but he's a little flabby. The thing remains to be seen if he's weak or not. Ali was way overweight a few weeks ago, a few days ago, whatever, and he seems to have fasted to lose the weight very quickly. And at times, this has the tendency to weaken you. And so in later rounds or another round, we will soon see.
Taunting Ernie Shavers. It's almost difficult to take Ali seriously, isn't it? Or is it?
No, it isn't, because you know when you get out there in the middle of the ring, once the bell rings and start the fight, he's out to take care of you. And you have to be in shape, you have to be in the frame of mind, and also be out to take care of him.
Ali continuing to stare down Shavers. Shavers seems to accept it all very well. He's almost obliterated what Ali is doing until the bell rings, and then he'll see what happens.
That's true. I think as Shavers said, this is one chance in a lifetime to make it. A chance for him to make a lot of things for his family, to do a lot of things for his wife. And I'm sure he knows what he has to do, and he's ready.
It's scheduled for 15. Most people feel it will not go 7, and Ali is an obvious favorite. But Shavers has the power, if he can put 2 big punches together, he says, to win the title.
Both men are setting up a very good jab. Ali's got a good clicking jab. Shavers is trying to use a good stiff hard drag.
Ali is 3 inches taller, but their reach equal at 80 inches. Although it appears Ali has more arm span.
Shavers is starting a pattern. He's throwing small shots, easy shots to the body, and slowly with the right hand over the top. He's trying to get Ali to lower his hands a little bit so he can put the right hand over the top.
Do you see anything different from Ali in this first minute?
No, he's setting a pattern. He's trying to fill out Shavers and find out what he's going to do. Shavers is also he's setting a definite pattern that's heavy before. He's throwing small shots to the body and just with one right hand over the top, hoping to catch Ali off guard.
Ali constantly moving to his left.
Which is definitely his over pattern.
Right hand, but it was a reaching right hand and not a full impact on the chin of Ali.
Ali's corners hollering for the box and again.
Drew Bundini Brown in the corner of Ali can be heard in the background as he shouts encouragement, but it's really Angelo Dundee who does most of the serious talking in that moment.
I don't know. I think Bundini is kind of like a spiritual thing to Ali. He keeps him going. He tells him, good luck, Tony.
Bundini is the cheerleader, and when it comes down to strategy, it's more likely to be Dundee. Final minute of round 1.
You'll also notice Ali is not used to getting jabbed at. He's a very good jabber, but he doesn't like to accept the jab back. So he'll try to jab like getting hit. If so, he'll try to also counter off a Shavers jab.
It's been a fairly stationary Muhammad Ali in round 1. He's not done much dancing. Stayed up on his toes and well spread.
One thing I don't understand is that Shavers is going down, he's blocking the outside punches with his gloves. So I would think that Ali would throw one shot over the top, and come with an uppercut, and use the left hand or right hand.
Closing seconds of round 1. Madison Square Garden in New York for the heavyweight title.
At the very end of that round, Ali said to Shavers, I'm playing with you. For that round, he was.
Ali easily winning the votes of all 3 officials in round 1. Those are the official votes that you're seeing. But I don't think Ernie Shavers went into this fight and/or thinking to outpoint Muhammad Ali.
No, he didn't. His main object was to try to knock him out. Ali's throwing a big flurry here, but none of the punches are going through. One out of every 8 punches is going through.
Well, Ernie Shavers, that's a turnabout is fair play as Shavers gives a little rope-a-dope to Muhammad Ali, the master. Oh, good right hand by Shavers. Ali is hanging on. That might have hurt more than he's indicated.
Ali gets hurt, he's definitely not sure. There's a small abrasion on the forehead of Ernie Shavers right now, right above the eyebrows.
Ali again talking to Shavers.
He's trying to talk the man into something erratic. Another thing, if Shavers is listening to Ali talk, he cannot concentrate on what he's supposed to be doing.
He was saying, you ain't got nothing, is what he just commented. Muhammad just made. Did he talk to you much?
Quite a bit. We both talk quite a bit.
Just said to him, you'll soon be tired.
I think this is what Ali is banking on. He's hoping that the man will expend all of his energy and then later on he'll be tired. But then again, Shavers has stated that he's trained hard. He's run 5, 6, 7 miles, and he's ready.
Ali has already survived Shavers' best round. Right hand, and Ali is hurt. Ali is staggered. His eyes are glossy. Although he waved him on, it seemed more an instinctive move by Ali. Shavers doesn't follow up immediately. Ali is hurt. The champion is hurt. 44 seconds remaining in round 2. Shavers very patient, lands with a right again. And it's Shavers who is smiling. right hand buckles it in. Ali is in trouble.
Trying to put the jab with the right hand and see with the right.
The champion, not hurt by that one, trying to survive round 2. As Shavers shows he can unload and he can land. Round 2 obviously goes to Shavers. 1 round apiece. The champion in the light trunks, staggered by some Shaver right hands. But the one thing people have always underestimated about Ali is that he takes a punch as well as anyone.
He's a very good punch. He has a way of covering it up. He has a way of outsmarting. He has a way of tying you up in order to conceal it.
His eyes appear to be clearer than they were in the middle of that second round. That was a grazing blow.
What Shavers is doing, Ali is starting the jab. He's saying he's throwing right hand over the top of the jab, but it's also looking Ali extended out and it's connecting. He's back to his pattern. He's going right hand to the body, the soft right hand. That's it over the top of the right hand, following the jab over the lead right hand.
One thing Ali has lost with age, he doesn't move back away from a punch as well as he did 5 years ago.
Ali's definitely starting to dance now. This might be advantageous to him. And again, it might be helping Shavers. He might be burning up energy. Shavers also might be getting the two things that he's really hurt Ali, and he's kind of buckling him. He's taking his confidence away.
Get out of there. Get out of there.
Shavers 33, Ali 35. But although there's only the 2 years difference, everyone talks about Ali as being the old man before the fight tonight.
I think it's because of the fact that everyone knows that Ali dissipates more than Shavers. You really don't know what the man is doing. It's mostly hearsay, most of it. You can't really believe what you read in papers, what you hear.
The gray spot you see on the side of Ali's head is not gray hair. He has some rosin or some lubricant up in the hair.
Vaseline.
1 minute remaining in round 3. A respectful round by both fighters for their opponent. That's the official time. Round 3. Oh, those are good flicking left hands.
A good flicking left hand, and I think Shavers is about to come over the top of the right hand.
That's where you think Shavers should go, right down there.
Right in the bread basket, right behind the elbow.
Let's get out, Shavers. Get off. Get off.
This is a point where Shavers doesn't respect Ali's punching power, and Ali's definitely respecting Shavers.
Behind the elbow. Behind the elbow.
Shavers picking off most of those blows with his gloves.
This is what's amazing about Ali. He's not throwing the uppercut, but you can see the man's gloves on the side of his face.
Those are all in the gloves. Closing seconds, round 3.
Use that right hand. Right? Get out in the open. Get out in the open. Out. Hey.
Ali wins round 3 and now leads 2-1 on all 3 cards. Larry?
Well, this is definitely not the fight most people were expecting from Ali to this point. He hasn't been laying on the ropes. He's been just trying to beat Shavers to the punch.
I think mainly that's because he has more hand speed and because of the fact that Shavers is a very devastating puncher. He's good with the right hand. He's good
All
with
right,
the
let's
left.
get out in the open.
Ali would definitely not stand on the ropes and get hit in the body.
I'm wondering, Kat, knowing that Shavers has not gone beyond 6 rounds, but 4 or 5 times, if Ali, after being stunned, might try to box him, make him go farther into the fight, where then Ali might have the advantage.
That's very true. I'm sure that this is in the back of Ali. He said he stated before. He said, "I'm toying with you. Soon you're going to be tired." But I think that he might be surprised that Shavers has trained hard for this fight. He's ran hard. He's worked hard.
Okay, you break
I'm
it
sure
down.
that he'll be in it for 15 rounds unless he gets caught with a very good shot.
I'm surprised Ali's not dancing and staying away more. 1 minute gone, round 4.
As I stated before, it's surprising that Ali is not throwing the uppercut more. Shavers both his hands are on the side of his face and he's blocking his wide shot. So Ali should be coming up the middle. Then again, it's very easy to sit out here and second guess what the man's doing in the ring.
For Ali, this is his fourth richest payday. He's making $3 million tonight. Bernie Shavers $300,000, which is more money than his other 60 fights put together. But for Shavers, it's just a taste. He knows what that crown would mean.
He knows that 300,000 people, 3 million, very quickly.
You don't have to be a mathematics major to figure that. 1 minute left in round 4. Right above our microphone. Ali has stopped talking. He caught a left hand there just as he was going to say something.
Don't wrestle.
Oh, a right hand. That was right on the button, and Ali took it very well.
Oh, well, he said it didn't hurt, but it definitely hurt him. The pattern is slowly turning off on Shavers. He started to the body and now he's going right to the top of the head.
Another right hand. Jolted Ali. Shavers continues to score at the end of round 4. The judges like the challenger. LoBianca, the referee, took the champion in round 4. How does that stand now, Larry, after 4?
The two judges have the fight dead even, 2 rounds apiece. The referee has it 3-1 for Ali.
Ken Norton, you know that you don't try to beat Ali by a decision.
That's very true. I think that now Shavers, he knows he hurt the man on numerous occasions. But he doesn't know to what extent he's hurt the man. He doesn't know how he's playing. Trying to suck him in, so therefore he's not going in. He's not going to waste his power, and he's going to bid his time. It could be helpful, and then again, it could hurt him. Well, I think that right now, Ali's definitely banking on the fact that later on, Shavers is going to tire, and he can take advantage of that.
Is Ali standing up straighter than ever?
I think he's been standing up straighter on his jab, which in turn has given Shavers the open avenue with the right hand. Ali is from the jab, is letting him come back toward his waist. Shavers is counting at the same time. The jab is supposed to be landing. And he's beating the jab, or counting over the jab.
Okay, Muhammad, get your hand.
1 minute gone in round 5.
I think, again, I'm very sure that when he goes back to the corner, Angelo Dundee is expecting him something to do to warrant this offer, telling him that he's getting hit with this. And Ali is intelligent enough, smart enough, possible to find a way to beat him. As we can see here in this round, Ernie is definitely in very good shape. He's not tiring, he's not forcing the fight, he's not wasting punches.
Ken, is this a more resourceful Shavers than you've seen before? A man who's more under control?
That's very true. He has complete control of himself. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he wants to do. He's not wasting any steps. He's not wasting any energy. He's not wasting any punches.
Final minute of round 5.
It's also a very confident Ernie Shavers.
Ali scoring better with that rapier left here in round 5. It's more that classic left hand that we're accustomed to seeing in Ali's years since 1960.
This is what he's going to have to do to win. He can't afford to set and throw the jab out because Ernie has a solution for it. He's going over the top. As long as he's moving and throwing the jab, moving to his left, he's been out of range for Shavers. There goes the right hand to the body, but Shavers setting up the right hand over the top later on in the round.
Break. No wrestling, Shavers. No wrestling.
Scheduled for 15, of course, and we're closing in on the end of round 5. It appeared to be a good round for the boxer Ali.
Very good.
A sweep from all precincts in round 5 for Muhammad Ali.
If you'll notice, this is really a different Ernie Shavers tonight. He's in complete control of himself. He knows what he wants to do. He knows when to do it.
Okay, Shavers.
complained about it. Saw the referee wipe some off, some excess. Ali invites Shavers into the corner, and he says, no, thank you. I'll try this corner. Now, why wouldn't Shavers want him pinned in the corner?
I don't know. He'll go in eventually.
There we go. On his own accord, not by invitation. That's just a matter of psych, then, is what you're saying.
Right. I think he would rather work his way in and have Ali call him in.
Nation joined us late. And the other main event, light heavyweight Mike Rossman earned a unanimous decision over Gary Summerhays, the Canadian light heavyweight champion.
What will tell you that Ali is tired?
What tell you that Ali is tired? When he gets tired, normally he'll start boxing a little bit. He'll start moving. He'll start using his legs. When he gets hurt, he'll start using his legs more. And this is more of a thing where he can move and rest and kind of psych the man out.
Last exchange, a good straight right to the midsection of Ali by Shavers. Close, but no Cupid down on that one.
Well thrown chop. He has a very good eye, and he just pulled back just in the nick of time.
Now, this could be the rope a dope, but Shavers won't buy it.
Ali is definitely in the corner talking to him. Come on, son, this is where you punch. Shavers is not falling for it.
And didn't Shavers just hurt Ali by hitting him on the arms?
With his punching power, yes, he could. Right where the muscle meets the bone. But then again, he's taking a chance on hurting his own hands.
The final minute of round 6. No knockdowns. Ali was shaken from some right hands from Shavers in the second round.
That's a different Ernie Shavers. Saving everything.
Definitely different. He's in very complete control of himself this evening.
Got trainer Frankie Luca and Blackie Gennaro, the manager, have done a good job on Shavers, who has sparred 240 rounds to get ready for this fight. He's worked very hard. That's the end of round 6. The challenger comes back to win round 6. How does that make the cumulative stand, Larry?
Well, the both judges still have it even 3 rounds apiece. The referee, John Lobianco, has Ali ahead 4 rounds to 2.
That's interesting. The two judges at ringside see it exactly the same, while the man who is closest to the action has Ali in front. He has a pretty commanding personality. That includes
Very good right hand there, Dick.
great right hand, a short right hand, and it shows again the power of Shavers. He didn't throw that from too far away.
You notice again, the only time it lands when Ali is still, he's a stationary target. He's going to jab, he's pulling back, and Shavers is leading in.
Okay, we break it down out clean. Get that hand off the thing.
John Lobianco asking the fighters very politely to break. One thing we all know, that champions are mortal. They're like baseball managers. When they're hired, they know one thing: they'll eventually someday be fired. And someday Muhammad Ali will not be champion. I think Ernie Shavers certainly has given his backing, the backing of the underdog, some hope tonight.
That's a true statement. It's for a certain thing, the championship is only borrowed.
Ali missing with a right hand, and Shavers countered with a smile. This is round 7. Remember that Shavers, in his 60 fights, has gone this distance only 6 times, more than 6. And it's Ali opening up.
That was kind of a Shavers rope-a-dope there. Got hit with quite a few punches, came back smiling. A very good shot. A good right hand.
Ali had landed a good right hand, but Shavers countered over that right hand.
Get that grip on. Muhammad, get it off there.
Final minute of round 7.
Counter with another good right, 2 good right hands.
Okay, out in the open. Get off. Out in the open.
Ali is hurt. He's in the corner. He's starting.
Come on.
This is a tactic to take a little breather. Ali's feet look heavy at the end of round 7. Round 8 coming up. A reminder, this Sunday, October 2nd, full slate of regional football action comes your way on NBC following NFL 77 at 12:30 Eastern Time. It'll be then followed by the baseball action, and what a series coming up, Joe.
We open it up Tuesday night, the playoffs. It'll open up in Los Angeles, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. The Dodgers against the Phillies, Dodger Stadium. It looks like a real battle, Dick.
And there's Mrs. Laverne Shavers, lovely wife of Ernie. She's calm and poised now, but they say she'll root with the best of them. We go to round 8, the midpoint of this fight.
Shearers has already proved a lot of the boxing scribe. They thought he would be tired by round 7 and beginning to lag behind.
Ali with a slight lead. Shavers certainly has landed the heavier blows.
Good move by Shavers, trying to turn the man to the side, hook to the body. Good stiff jab by Shavers to got through.
Ali going into his peekaboo here in round 8. You suppose this is a conscious attempt by Ali to make this a rest round and just pace himself, force Shavers into longer distance?
Yes, it is, but then again, it's an effort to make Shavers try to burn some energy up, throw body shots, do something to burn that energy up so that Ali can take advantage later on in the fight. But Shavers is falling for this tactic of Ali's, and as you can see, it's making a dog fight at the present time. But I'm sure that later on in the round, he's going to start flurrying, and then Shavers will try to come up with a good hook, an overhand righty here.
Quick left hands by Ali. Final minute of round 8.
They're very good shots, Polly, but there's nothing behind them. Speedy shots.
Those catch the eye of the judges and referee and help you to win rounds, but they're not hurting you.
At the present time, Ernie looks like he's doing very well. He's not getting tired as yet. He looks like he's preserving his energy very well. He's picking his shots as he did early in the fight. You can bet that Ali is watching his breathing. He's watching Ernie's movement. If there's any difference, Ali will definitely take advantage of it.
2 seconds left in round 8. And for many around the world, a surprise that Ernie Shavers is still battling Ali to this distance. Most felt it would be long over. At the end of round 8, let's follow Ernie Shavers to his corner. He sits down while Ali across the way refuses to sit down. Ali is taunting the crowd now, some of them booing him, and he's reacting to the fans. And back to Ernie Shavers. Little bruise above the nose, on the bridge of the nose.
At the same time that Shavers is under control, he's falling behind in the fight. He's going to have to get a little out of control to take command.
He's going to have to exert the pressure. When Ali goes to the corners, goes to the rope, he's going to have to throw the body punches and kind of initiate the action.
You're allowed a modicum amount of lubricant on your face, and they'll towel some of it off. If there's too much, then the referee will ask for it to be wiped away. Wife right there by the ropes. to cheer on Ernie Shavers. Ali has played with a crowd. A critical round, round 9, and we'll check the scoring in round 8. Oh, Shavers wins 2 of the 3 votes. Now, there is the case in New York State where you're penalized if you're not the aggressor, and Ali certainly was not, although he seemed to land as many punches, if not more, than Shavers.
He landed quite a few punches, but there were flurry punches, there were speedy punches. There wasn't any zip on them, any power on them. He was doing them more for flash than for effect. One good thing about Shavers is no matter what happens, if he gets tired during the fight, any time in the round, he can't hit you with a good shot and hurt you.
Okay. Again, back in round 2, Shavers staggered Ali with a couple of right hands. Most serious blows landed by Shavers, and he stayed in the fight. And we're in round 9. Ali has not piled up the big lead in rounds, and Shavers still represents that ever-present threat of the big right hand.
Right now, Ali is toying with the man, trying to build his confidence, trying to make him do something unexpected, trying to make mistakes.
Earlier, the reach is even, 80 inches apiece. Ali feigning that he was hurt by that last ball. You can see it didn't land.
As we stated before, the reach is the same, impossible the same. I think this is what's puzzling Ali. He's not used to fighting a man who's the same reach as a shorter person.
Shavers being warned, what, for a kidney punch?
No, he had the rope and he popped it back off the rope. Springboard. Very unusual move.
Right above us, Ali talking constantly to Shavers. Let's see if we can pick that up.
Of course I can.
Ali landing more heavily, and Shavers waiting like a cobra in a basket to get that right hand home.
That was a good flurry of punches. I'd say that 8 out of 10 of those punches were on the outside of the hand of the glove. Were not effective.
Break again.
That's window dressing for the officials. About to go to round 10. In that last round, round 9, here's that flurry by Ali, Ken.
As you can see, most of the punches are going the outside. The only punches that land on Shavers are the ones up the middle. The other punches are hitting the outside of the glove, and they're jarring the man, but they're having no effect on the man. As you saw, he came back with the overhand right, trying to land on Ali after the flurry.
Warning buzzer prior to round 10. Remember that Ernie Shavers has never gone beyond 10, and he's only been this distance a handful of times. There's the scoring. Ali winning 2 of 3. Shavers has fought a very intelligent fight and seems to have plenty saved for Ali here in round 10.
Ali's starting to move more now with his left hand, and the Shavers is throwing the overhand right. He's turning slightly to the side. He's making the right hand go over his shoulder. As long as he's mobile, he can do this. When he stops and he's immobile, very stationary. It's very easy for Shavers to catch him with the right hand.
Ali countering well here in this first minute of round 10. That was more of a push than a good solid blow. But Ali is finding the acorns a tough nut to crack. Shavers scoring.
Go back to work now.
is what Ernie must do more of. He must go behind the elbow and try to tire Ali out a little bit. Ernie's a very devastating puncher. He should take advantage of it.
Halfway through round 10. No knockdown. Right hand just a little short. Ali able to rock back with it.
That's very true. And you saw Ali try a left uppercut. At that time, he was on the left uppercut. Shavers threw a left hook.
No marks on either man, with the exception of a slight bruise on the bridge of the nose of Ernie Shavers. Final minute of round 10. Good left hand by Ali. That may be his best punch of the fight.
Very good curve by Ali. Ali punches up the middle. Good right hand by Shavers. Somebody calling Shavers on his fatigue will be his legs. When he starts to tire, he will start to stumble a bit.
That cut on the bridge of the nose has opened a bit, or Shavers has cut somewhere else. No, it is the nose, just a slight trickle of blood.
Okay, let's get off.
Ernie Shavers has survived 10 rounds. As we go to round 11, here is Ernie Shavers and that right hand, and how well Ali rolls with a punch.
Very well. That was a very hard punch. It was very smartly rolled by Ali. And then again, the man is very smart. He got hit with a good shot, and he covered up right off the bat. He didn't stand and try to fight back. He didn't try to move around. He just covered it.
10 rounds in the book. Ali wins all 3 cards in round 10. And Larry Merchant, how does that make it for the fight?
Ali's ahead on all the cards. 6-4, 6-4 by the judges. 6-3-1 by the referee.
Something very humorous about this fight is the fact that Ali went to the corner of that round, between the rounds, rather. Bodini's hand was really shaking when he took the mouth kick out.
Ernie Shavers has given the champion much more than he expected through 10. And Shavers opening up in round 11. His manager, Frankie Lucas, said we're going to try to score with a lot of singles, load the bases, and go for a grand slam. And it appears Shavers has that right hand cocked, is ready to go.
Man can definitely punch it. And that one exchange that they both threw very good right hands. Ali threw one and Shavers countered with a good right hand. Ali's starting to move more now. Now he's stationary again.
Okay, Shavers, back up me down a little bit.
One thing we haven't seen is yet is Shavers is good. He has a very good hook. He has a very good right uppercut. So far, it's been a straight right that's been the job. The right hand over the top.
Okay, well, out.
Now, what is the advantage that Ali has, Ken Norton, knowing that Shavers has never gone beyond 10 and he's done it so many times?
The advantage is knowing that he can do it and not knowing when Shavers can do it or not. And Ali's smart enough to know what he has to do to last the 15 rounds. And Shavers has never went 15 rounds before. So therefore, he might extend himself too far. And Ali is, I think, banking on this later on in the fight. On the other hand, I think Shavers is very confident that he can go 15 rounds. Because as I stated before, he's ran hard, he's trained hard, and really he's prepared for this fight.
The thing you have to wonder about is whether he's so determined to go 15 that he may lose the fight and move to the 15. He's got to start doing something.
Larry, that's a very good statement.
There it is. Good right hand. Didn't get all of Ali, but he felt it.
Like anything that Shavers hits you with, you will feel.
The object isn't to go 15, it's to win.
30 seconds left in round 11. Oh, that's a beautiful execution of the left jab by Ali. And he followed it with a good hook.
Shavers is weighing that time in his shell, trying to get in position to throw the right hand.
Some impressive scoring by Ali at the end of round 11. Again, we're going to see that right hand again from Shavers.
Definitely a good right hand. The man has a lot of power behind it. It's a good straight right hand.
And it caught Ali with his chin going to the left, where normally he'd like to back away with his chin going the other direction. That could have caught him just right.
Right. I think Ali was caught a little off guard then because of the fact that his chin was on the left-hand side. Here's Shavers' wife again rooting him on.
She has to be very proud, regardless of the outcome tonight. Her husband has won some fans with his effort against the champion. 4 rounds to go. Ali winning all 3 cards in 11, and now it's almost going to take a Shavers sweep of the last 4 rounds or a knockout to win the title.
Those are very good shots, Bobby. Some of them are hitting the gloves, but some of them also getting through. The jab is very good. They're like Frederick jab. Right on the bridge of the nose where the cut is. It has to be very annoying.
Is it because Ali seems to be moving better, or is it true that perhaps Shavers finally looks a little slow? His feet aren't moving quite as brightly as they were earlier.
He's not as quick as before. He's more of a stationary target now. And Ali is definitely taking advantage of it. His head's in the same spot. Ali knows where it's going to be, and so he has to really hit it.
1 minute gone. Round 12. No knockdown. Shavers' best blows landed back in the second round.
And I think the pattern of this round is going to be Ali started out very quickly. He's going to post in the middle part of the round. The last 10 seconds, he'll go furry and try to see the judge's eyes.
Good left hand by Shavers. Ali picking off the rest of the punches with the gloves, but even at that right above us, you can see the impact even off the glove of Ali of that right hand of Shavers.
That's what he picked off some of those punches. A double right hand, second right hand, fairly good shot. He got through the defense, Ali. You know, as long as Ali's moving, Shavers can't hit him. Where's the stationary target?
Final minute, round 12. You can see some redness in the face of Shavers. Slight bruise on the bridge of the nose. Ali typically a little red face, but that's about it. That's more from the exercise than from any blows.
Good for him, Ali, but then again, Shavers countered with the right hand earlier in the round.
30 seconds left in round 12. Good right hand by Ali. The champion seems to be much more in command here in round 12.
Very good counter right hand by Ali.
One of the few wild punches thrown by Shavers tonight, and Ali took immediate advantage. This coming Sunday, October 2nd, a full slate of regional football action here on NBC following NFL 77 at 12:30. New England and the Jets, the Steelers and the Browns, Buffalo, Baltimore, other NFL activity, Denver, Seattle, Houston, Miami, Cincinnati, San Diego. And after the action, NFL 77 brings you all the key scores and highlights. That's this Sunday on NBC. Angelo Dundee, some feel the best trainer in the business. Bundini Brown to the left of Ali. And it has to be now a more confident corner than, say, 5 rounds ago.
Got some baseball scores for you. The Red Sox beat Toronto 7-3. The Orioles over the Tigers 6-3. The Yankees are 4-1. That's the last score we have. Final. They lost 4-1.
So they still are at the magic number of 1. The Yankees' magic number is 1. Ali again, a full sweep. That's 3 straight rounds that Ali has taken the scores on all 3 cards. 3 to go for Shavers. He now must win by knockout. Oh, good right hand! That was a vicious right hand, and Ali's knees buckled, He holds on. How hurt is he?
And now he'll try to rope it up to try to recover. He's a very smart man.
Shavers doesn't seem to know where he wants to go following up on that right hand. This is the difference between the 13th round and maybe the 6th round. Shavers maybe doesn't have the energy to follow up on a damaging blow.
I don't think he doesn't have the energy. He's too confident in his punching power. He knows he hurt the man with one punch, and he's probably been programmed doing his training procedure for one punch and not expend his energy. It's kind of like a conditioned reflex now, not to use it.
I got you, Shavers. Okay.
2 minutes left in round 13. Ali appears to be okay.
Ali can take a very good punch and he has very good recuperative powers. We saw him in the Frazier fight get hurt and come back. We saw him in numerous other fights get hurt and come right back.
You broke his jaw. And he stayed with it.
But we don't know when, do we? He says 1, I say 12. Then we had Shavers' corner holler that he was too high with the right hand coming back. I ignored it and it was right on the button.
A good round for Shavers, but he needs to follow up. He trails on points to the champion here in round 13. Oh, great right hand, and that really nailed Ali. You can see his mouth fall open. Shavers can't follow up again with 30 seconds left in round 13.
It's the one good thing that Shavers has going for him in this fight. No matter what happens, he still has his punching power. He can always hurt you with one good punch anytime during the fight.
But time's running out. 2 rounds left after this one. Ali survives 13. Best Shavers round, perhaps, since early in the fight.
Here we go, the Ernest Shavers flurry here. He comes over with a good right hand, right on the right side, left-hand side of Ali's face. And he tries to follow up with a good body shot, I think. It stopped on me. Okay, here's the second flurry. Another good right hand over the top, right on the button, which proves that Ali can take a very good shot.
Can he ever? And when you write all of the great things that Muhammad Ali has done in his boxing career, that has to stand there. The men at ringside know that Ali, probably as well as any champion in history, is able to take a man's best shot.
That's very true. Earlier in his career, the rap was that Ali cannot take a good shot. He can do this, but he got knocked down a few times, so they rapped him about it. But I think in his later years, he has proven that he's also a good fighter, and he can also take a very good shot as well as any heavyweight champion we've had in the past.
Well, he's needed to be a good catcher tonight. Shavers takes all of the cards in 13. 2 rounds to go. Larry, do you have them totaled at this point? How do the referee and 2 judges see it at this stage?
Shavers would have to knock him out to win this fight.
So Ali can lose the last 2 rounds by the referee and the 2 judges and still remain champion. Whether Shavers knows that or not, we don't know ourselves. But Ali, acting as though he thinks he can put Shavers away.
He's going very good combinations with very good speed, and they're all landing. Ernie's still waiting for that one good shot. He stays in the shell and he comes back with a hard shot. He's a little slower with his punches, as you can see. This is what Ali was waiting for his hand speed and his experience to take over.
1 minute gone. Round 14. No knockdowns in the fight. Ali winning on points. Shavers has scored the heavier blows, but Ali able to stay on his feet and weather those few storms.
Break now.
But for a man who had a reputation of being knockout or not finished, Oh, there it is. Ali is down for the fifth time
I think he's
in his career. Ali
No, I think
with
it
the
was a slip.
referee,
It was
John
definitely a
Lobianco.
slip.
No, they're going to call it a slip. They started the count. Mandatory 8 count is in effect here in New York, so that was a slip. They started the count.
If you notice in this flurry, Ali's trying to block his right hand with his shoulder. Every time Shivers goes overhand right, he's trying to roll his shoulder and make the punch block, glance off.
There's still plenty of dynamite in Sabres punches. 1 minute remaining in round 14.
One of Ali's tactics Shivers is using there. Very exciting round.
Half minute left in round 14. Sabres fighting out of desperation, looking for that lightning in a bottle.
That was a good right hand by Shivers. Another good right hand.
And Ali is hanging on. Final seconds, round 14.
Hurt. Ali looks hurt.
He's definitely hurt.
3 minutes to go. Muhammad Ali helped back to the corner by Angelo Dundee, and he'll sit down this time. And we're going to check that action in round 14. First, the slip. As Ali, pushing himself off Sabres, obviously was not down from the force of a blow. But others landed that could have dropped the champion, and here are some of those.
Another good right hand by Shivers, right on the button. Ali was definitely hurt, but if you notice now that he is hurt, he still covers up. He knows what to do. He knows how to outsmart the man. He's
Off Sabres, obviously was not down from the force of a blow. But others landed that could have dropped the champion, and here are some of those.
Another good right hand by Shivers, right on the button. Ali was definitely hurt, but if you notice now that he is hurt, he still covers up. He knows what to do. He knows how to outsmart the man. He's tying him up to make sure that he doesn't get caught with another good shot. This is where your experience tells over, or takes over.
It's a big round from Sabres, but even though he probably won the round, that isn't going to be enough. We go to the final 3 minutes, Larry.
In retrospect, you wonder if he wasn't so concerned about going to 15, he didn't wait too long to start coming on.
No one thought he'd be here at 15, but we're to the last 3 minutes of the fight.
No matter what happens, Ernie Shivers is definitely surprised the boxing world.
There won't be too many men waiting in line to fight Sabres the next time out. He's proven he's tough.
A good right hand by Shivers.
And Sabres still looking for the championship. If he can put together a flurry and put the champion away. But no one's ever been able to do that.
Good right hand by Shivers.
Sabres obviously won 14. He's won the last 2 rounds, but Ali may know that he has the decision if he can just stay on his feet.
I'm sure Shivers knows what kind of predicament he's in. This is the last round. He knows what he has to do, and he knows he has the power to do it. I'm sure he's going to go all out.
One minute gone. 1 minute gone. 2 to go.
It was a fully good right hand, but he rolled with it and took the effect away. And he came back with a good hook.
Shavers the Predator. Ali trying to survive, escape this 15th round. We're at the halfway mark, 1:30 left.
Good right hand by Ali.
Trying to ward off Shavers.
Good right hand by Shavers.
Crowd on its feet at the Garden in New York. And regardless of the outcome, they've seen a whale of a heavyweight fight.
Good hook by Ali. He's got him to drag hook.
A savvy game champion in the final minute against the ferocious challenger who's given Ali a better fight than anyone expected except the Shavers camp. Shavers has survived 15 much too well.
Ali hurt him with the hook at that time. Shavers hit Ali with the hook.
30 seconds left.
And everybody in the arena is on their feet.
Final flurry by Ali. 40 seconds. Ali has Shavers hurt. Toe to toe.
Shavers is hurt.
And it's Shavers trying to survive to the final bell. What a fight! It's over.
Welcome, guys. Welcome.
Applauding both the challenger
Welcome
Ernie Shavers
to
and
your
the champion
archives
Muhammad
of
Ali.
boxing. I'm your
They're
boy,
starting to crowd around the ring.
Jay Cotto, the
We'll
Boxing
have the
Jedi.
decision of the
And I'm just
referee, LaBianca,
chilling with you guys
judges,
here
Mr.
on a Monday
Castellano,
afternoon, giving
and
you
Miss
the afternoon
Shane.
scraps. No
And I'm
doubt.
sure
And
many
of course, everybody that
of
has
those here in the
requested, I
Garden
have made a
feel that
list.
Ernie Shavers has won the
I
fight.
have made a list, and I've written down
We have
everything
given
that you
the
guys
official
want
scorecards
for
of
the
two
archives of
judges
boxing,
and referees
and it
throughout
will
the
be
night.
shown as the second
So
fight
some of the drama of the decision
after
is
I
taken.
show you the first
But
fight,
the
which
reaction
would
is
be the
going to be
Jedi's
obvious.
pick, and then it
There's
would be
doubt
the fight
in
fans pick
most of the
coming
minds
second.
of the
And also, I
thousands here in
wanted
the
to
Garden
tell
tonight.
Mark Unrivaled, thank you for
Muhammad
that
Ali,
idea,
not down but
brother.
hurt.
You know
Ernie
what I'm saying? I
Shavers
give credit
going
where credit's
15,
due. Thank
totally
you, my brother.
unexpected,
Next
but
fight
hurt himself
is
in
going
the
to
final
be
seconds of the 15th round.
Rosario versus Camacho.
And for Ken Norton and others, hope by the other challengers that Ali is close to losing that crown. Larry, as we wait the decision, you have to anticipate a reaction from this crowd. I think many of the folks rooting for the underdog and perhaps seeing with their hearts and not their eyes think Shavers have won.
I have two observations here, Dick. One is you saw the great fighting heart and competitiveness of Ali at the end of that fight. When he was really hurt, he was rocked, and yet he took charge of the last 30 seconds. He says, I'm still the boss in here. But I think you're going to see when and if Ali gets the decision as we expect, you're going to see a tremendous uproar from Shavers' camp. They think they have won this fight.
And of course, you get the one chance, and sometimes the others don't come for a long, long time. Shavers goes to Ali's corner to congratulate him on a great fight, and certainly one of the touching moments of this game, a very rough, sometimes brutal game, is the love and affection that fighters earn from one another after battling for 10 or 15. And Shavers is a tired fighter, as you might imagine. Ali the same. Shavers wobbly as he is held back from the Ali corner by his cornermen.
Shavers reminds you of the miler who, when he gets to the tape, he collapses. He gave everything he had, and at the very end, he looked like he had nothing left. He paced himself exactly.
Here's a man again who had gone more than 6 rounds only 7 times, never beyond 10, and he was on his feet at 15 and giving Ali all that he wanted, the champion of the world. We're still waiting for the final tabulation and the okay from the New York Athletic Commission of the scoring of the 2 judges and referee. And, of course, the drama that will ensue here in Ring Circle when the announcement is made by Jack Lee. Larry, is there any doubt in your mind, though, and in some ways it's sad, I suppose, for those who have followed Ali, much as the sadness that accompanied Joe Louis when he came back after retirement. And Ezra Charles, 27 years ago this week in New York City, defeated the aging champion Joe Louis. You can see it coming for Muhammad Ali.
Well, I think Ali retired as an athlete about 2 years ago. He's fighting as a businessman now. He can make so much money by fighting these fights that it's just impossible for him to walk away from it. You can hardly blame him. And yet the great fighters, Dempsey, Robinson, Joe Louis, they all lost, and yet they have retained their great aura of their great legends.
Well, Ali still has the pretty image, and he is a beautiful athlete. He won the gold medal in the Rome Olympics as a light heavyweight. turned pro in late 1960, won the title in 1964 from Sonny Liston. Shortly after that, changed from Cassius Clay to Muhammad Ali. Then the Vietnam situation, retirement for 3 years, came back in Zaire to take the title back from George Foreman, and now defends for his 19th time tonight against Ernie Shavers. Here is the official announcement of the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, the scoring of tonight's 15-round heavyweight fight. Judge Eva Shane scores the fight 9 rounds Ali, 6 rounds Shavers. Judge Tony Castellano, 9 rounds Ali, 6 rounds Shavers. Referee Johnny Lobianco, 9 rounds Ali, 5 rounds Shavers, 1 even. The winner and still champion of the world, the one and only Muhammad Ali.
And there you have it. Of course, that outcome. Not a lot of us who reviewed this fight today agree with that, because we all feel and saw that Ali got hands put on him by Shavers, and you know they gave it their all, but at the same time, you have to really take a close look at the work Ali was doing. Every time he kept tying Shavers up, and after the tying up, he kept landing a couple of combos. They might have looked light and sloppy, but they were still landing, and that's what the whole trick of this shit was. But just want to say it's a pleasure to basically show these fights to you guys, and I'm glad that you guys are enjoying this, because of course you would be watching if you didn't. That's number one. Number two, you gotta love the sport. You gotta love the sport of boxing, and just basically, man, this here is something that's more than a hobby, man. This shit is a tradition. You know what I'm saying? And we know exactly what the fuck it is, guys. It's very great to have you here, and God bless each and every one of y'all. I hope you guys are being safe out there. And without any further ado, let's get down with this scrap, shall we? Of course we shall. And before I start, just want to say 2 things. Go check out the Return to Late Night Boxing Talk in the video archive. No doubt, go check it out. We're back, baby. And yeah, I let off a lot of truth bombs, man. Put it this way, they weren't even bombs, bro. When they all added up, it was just nuclear. So go check it out. I also speak for the Fight Fan, so you already know what I dropped. Go check it out. And also, if you'd like to basically donate to this channel, because I'm upgrading at the moment, you can hit me right here at paypal.me/jcotto fight page. Otherwise than that, let's get this fight going. No doubt. Enjoy, fight fans.
Hector Camacho, Rosario would win the fight. And D'Amato said he just has Understated, don't you think? Yeah. My response is, I wonder in the new tax bill whether he's going to need an exemption to get a write-off.
That is Hector Camacho's 6-year-old son, who is with him and being held aloft by the champion.
Hold on, I'll fix the technical difficulty. Give me a couple of seconds, fellas. All right, guys, just need you to type a Y if you can actually hear it. All right, just type Y. Hold on. All right.
Challenger. And that's what we'll get a clue to tonight.
Weight champion. Like his fellow neighbors, Edwin
Are we good now, gentlemen? How about now, gentlemen? We loud and clear?
Cost $8,000.
Understated, don't you think?
Yeah. My response is, I wonder in the new tax bill whether he's going to need an exemption to get a write-off.
That is Hector Camacho's 6-year-old son, who is with him and being held aloft by the champion. Well, the Macho Man has center stage right now. Whether he has it about 50 minutes from now remains to be seen. Unblemished record.
No doubt. I just had to move a couple of wires. My bad, fellas. I know we're good now, definitely. Sorry.
That's cost an awful lot for batteries for that outfit also. Here's the tail of the tape, and Larry, really very little between these two.
There's 1 pound, 1 year, and 1 fight difference between their records. And here is our punch stat, which will give us a quantitative look at the fight, measuring the number of punches thrown rather than their quality. And Camacho has thrown, as you see, 70 to 73 punches around by average. lands about 30. Here are the jabs he threw. You see he throws a lot of jabs, but he uses it defensively. He only lands about a third of the jabs. And against the same opponents, Rosario throws approximately the same number of punches, lands more of them. Boy, if they both throw that many punches, we'll see a lot of action tonight. And here are his jabs. He throws fewer jabs, but he's more efficient when he does throw it.
And the WBC rules, as always, 10-point must system. 3 judges will score the fight. There is no standing 8 count. Fighter can only be saved with the bell in the last round. The ring doctor, unlike in most cases, can stop the fight. Want to point out one other thing. Harold Letterman, who has been our in-house judge, if you will, here for HBO, will not be with us tonight. Just about an hour ago, the commissioner of boxing in the state of New York, Jose Torres, said, nope, you worked to fight, Harold. And so as a result of that, he worked the Julio Cesar Chavez championship fight a little bit earlier tonight. As a result of that, Torres said, no, you cannot work for HBO. We are not very pleased about that decision, but nevertheless, that's what we have to live with tonight, so we will not have Harold Letterman. Right now, let's go to the ring announcer, Frank Shane, for the pre-fight introductions.
Friday the 13th, this is Resurrection Day. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the world-famous Madison Square Garden, the showplace of the nation. Tonight, Don King Productions Incorporated, Don King, the dynamic premier promoter of all promoters in association with Madison Square Garden, take great pleasure in presenting the World Boxing Council World Lightweight Championship fight scheduled for 12 rounds between the challenger Edwin El Chapo Rosario and the WBC champion Hector Macho Camacho. This WBC championship fight is sanctioned by the World Boxing Council, Jose Sulaiman, president, and is approved by the New York State Athletic Commission, the former light heavyweight champion of the world, and the chairman, Jose Chegui Torres, and the commissioners, Rose Trentman and Jimmy Dupree. The deputy commissioners, Petey Della, Jack Graham, Marvin Cohn. The WBC judges, Louis Rivera from New York City, Tony Castellano from New York City, and from Detroit, Michigan, Dr. Stuart Kirschenbaum. The timekeeper is Cecilio Pedraja. Counting for the knockdowns at the bell, referee Johnny Lobianco. The doctors in attendance at ringside, Dr. Frank S. Folk, Chief Medical Physician, Dr. Billy Lathan, and Dr. Barry Jordan. The referee in the ring at this time, Arthur Mercanti. This contest, 12 rounds for the WBC Lightweight Championship of the World. In this corner, he's wearing black trunks trimmed with white. He weighed in at 134 pounds. His home is Santurce, Puerto Rico. He is a former WBC lightweight champion. He is the #1 contender. His career record, he won 23 bouts. He lost only one.
And don't forget, it's for Puerto Rican pride.
Exciting chaos. Here is a very capable challenger, Edwin El Chapo Rosario. And his very worthy adversary. He's wearing red, white, and blue trunks. He weighed in at 135 pounds. He's from New York City. He was the 78, 79, 80 Golden Glove champion. He won the North American Boxing Federation Championship. He was the WBC Junior Lightweight Champion. He's a current World Boxing Council Lightweight Champion. He's undefeated in 28 professional fights, exploding 15 stunning knockouts along the way. Here is the very worthy champion, Hector Macho Camacho. 12 rounds. Referee Arthur McCarthy will deliver the instruction to the boxers.
One second, Chief second. Chief second only. 1 second in the corner here. 1 second only. No, 1 second only. All right, good evening. Good evening, Ed and Hector. This contest is for the lightweight championship of the world. It'll be, you will listen to all the commands. I will enforce all the rules, and you must obey the rules. Shake hands now and come out boxing at the bell. Shake hands.
So Arthur Mercanti, the referee, with the honor of Hector Camacho, although Edwin Rosario did receive a pretty good round of applause.
You can look for Rosario to try to put pressure on Camacho from the bell in the hopes of using him up and slowing him down for the second half of the fight.
There was some thought in Rosario's camp that because of all the training, chopping wood and that sort of thing, upper bodybuilding that Camacho did, that he may slow down in the later rounds.
No, I disagree with that. I think the fact that he's only stronger, he's not heavier, so his mobility should remain the same.
I have never seen Camacho slow down in the later rounds. You saw Rosario kind of point to his ear. Perhaps he thought that Camacho butted him. I'm not quite sure what that was all about.
Both fighters came at the same time with the heads, and it was an accidental headbutt. Fortunately, there was no damage. Here, Camacho is on his bicycle, using his jab, and pretty much utilizing the ring. With Rosario trying to cut the ring off because Rosario is better inside. He's a better inside fighter. Very good counterpuncher, too. What he's going to have to do, Barry, is slow the movement down of Camacho.
Good body shot by Camacho.
Both guys respect each other's punching power.
Left hook by Camacho. The way Camacho fought Jose Luis Ramirez to win the title was get in, punch, punch, get out.
Well, the key to beating Rosario is beat him to the punch and stand outside. Stand mobile. You can't stand there and exchange punch for punch. These guys are really going at it. So this first round, anything can happen, Barry. They both are still a little tight. That's why you see both fighters somewhat reluctant to throw a punch.
It has been said that Rosario has had problems with what his camp called tricky fighters.
Watch for the left hook of Rosario because of the way he's positioned himself, he's trying to get that hook in.
Good left hand by Camacho. He caught Rosario off balance.
Now, one thing about Rosario, he has experience. So normally when Camacho throws his punches, Rosario cover up and try to spin his opponent.
There is some talk that Rosario may have a suspect chin.
You see the way Rosario covered up very well there. Very good defense. Henry Ramirez, he made the mistake of trying to punch too soon and wearing himself out. Here he's very patient. Trying to cut the ring off of Camacho. Camacho's very fast hands, very fast feet. Always keeps his balance.
And a good left hand again. That one got Rosario's attention. We will remind you that it is possible that both corners may speak in the Spanish language. Rosario's will for sure. And we have Tito Alba in the corner to translate at the bell.
That was a good round for Hector Camacho, as the challenger was trying to time his movement and trying to hit him on the move, at which he is usually very good.
Wait, give me the best thing.
But usually he doesn't have Camacho in front of him.
Good shot. We almost got him. Keep him boxing. Move all the time. Move. Speak down. Get the body now, okay? Get the body now. He's already hurt, okay? Take your time.
There you see Camacho, and with that fast hands darting in, a tentative right jab followed by a very good
Beautiful
left hand.
form. Bow.
Once again,
That form, kid.
amazingly quick reflexes.
You have to use the combinations before he does.
What a lot of us would like to see, Ray, is what happens when and if Rosario can land a good punch.
Well, Rosario has to get his punches in a lot faster. He has to be first. That was a good right hand. Did do too much damage. Camacho gives a lot of head feints.
And that's exactly what they said in Rosario's corner. And right now, Rosario not able to heed that advice.
Rosario he starts off very slow. And here, because of Camacho great speed, he can't afford to stay on the outside too long. Needs to get inside.
When we talked to him, he said he was not in great shape for the Ramirez fight. He figured he had to go out and knock him out because he didn't think he could go the distance, and he himself got knocked out. He said he wasn't in top condition for the Howard Davis fight, and he's won a very narrow decision in that fight.
Enough rest. Another right hand by Rosario.
But again, it caught Camacho backing up.
Trying to cut the ring off Rosario. It's difficult sometimes and trying to slow down a mobile southpaw because it's tough to get inside. Did a lot of hooks to the body, to the midsection of the southpaw. Works very well. Rosario will have to time Camacho's punches. Every time Camacho throws a jab, he needs to step inside and get his punches off.
Another very quick left hand by Camacho. Darts in, sticks him, steps out.
Also, I feel that Camacho is a little too elusive upstairs, so Rosario needs to go to the body to slow down that movement.
Counter-punching right hand by Camacho, behind the right hand by Rosario.
Rosario got Camacho in the corner for a second, but Camacho got away.
And another good left hand, and it stunned Rosario.
Camacho at times dropped that right hand, and that's why I'm looking forward to a hook from Rosario. Rosario has a very solid, very powerful left hook. It's the left hook he's been able to put a lot of opponents down.
And a 5-punch combination. 4 jabs and then a left hand.
Stop holding! Stop holding!
And Arthur Mercanti warning Hector Camacho to stop holding. That's something that has gone on throughout the career of Hector Camacho. Earlier tonight, another fight on this card. Mike Tyson continuing his rampage through the heavyweight division, beating Reggie Gross in 1 round with a big left hand. And we should point out that contractually, HBO is not allowed to show so much as a highlight of that fight.
Tenemos que tirar más para abajo. ¿Está bien?
Te está saliendo para esta mano tuya. Tiene que usarla.
You have to use both hands.
Y él entra corriendo.
If he comes running,
al pecho, que tú veas.
hit him on the chest.
Estoy un poquito fuera de distancia, ¿verdad?
Sí. I'm out of distance.
La ponemos ahora, pero hay que tirar.
No, but we'll get it. We'll get it. We'll be there.
Tira, Bruno.
Stay there, stay there, stay there.
10 seconds out.
I felt during that last round that Rosario was getting a little closer in timing Camacho. If he can keep Camacho moving for the next 3 or 4 rounds, we will have to see whether Camacho can continue this movement over the remaining rounds.
He has been extremely up-tempo through the first 2. That was a good shot by Rosario.
Again, it was not going to be one punch to slow a guy like Camacho down. Rosario throws his right hand. He needs to follow up with that good, clean left hook. Because you notice as Rosario throws his right hand, Camacho is steady moving to his right. So he comes in front of a good left hook. There's the left hook.
Very good exchange and a good right hand too, and that backs Camacho away for the moment.
That's what I was talking about, Barry. He has to come back. That right hand gets in, hits him on the chest, so a good left hook will catch him. This is a lot of movement for Camacho, and like Larry stated, he wasn't going to keep up this type of tempo.
He did keep it up pretty much against Jose Luis Ramirez, although he took a bit of a breather in the middle rounds. And Rosario having so far his best round.
Now Rosario is starting to close the gap between the two and start to land some punches of his own. Camacho now starting to go against the ropes, and you see what happens against the ropes. That's to Rosario's advantage.
Camacho the counter punch that time. Combination by Camacho. Rosario did step back.
I'm waiting for Rosario to go to the body sometimes. He gets in position, and he doesn't do anything.
He was a little bit short with that uppercut, but it did look open.
He started to measure his right hand. There was a right hand to the body by Rosario. Camacho retaliates with a couple right hooks to the midsection.
Crowd starting to wake up to Rosario a little bit here, Ray.
There's
Again,
the left hook.
Camacho on the ropes, and Rosario hammers it. Good round so far for Edwin Rosario. That landed on the top of the head.
That may very well have been Rosario's round, his best effort, and he is beginning to reach Camacho.
Okay, all the time, see, you go this side all the time. He's not going to be able to hit you, okay? Está watching you now, okay? Okay. Good. Do it again. Do it again.
Profundo. Es de nosotros, ¿está bien?
It's ours.
¿Está bien?
We're winning.
Profundo.
Deep.
Por abajo no te aguanta las manos.
Downstairs, he cannot beat you.
Está cagado. Está cagado. Ya dice en el aire. Ya se está parando, muerto ese.
He is already stopping.
In terms that Rosario would understand as a committed fisherman, he's starting to get a few bites.
And Camacho comes out very up-tempo. Flurry of punches, but good counter-punching by Rosario.
Rosario still trying to cut the ring off.
Camacho's corner telling him to move to his own right, only to his own right.
Well, because the reason is because he'll get away from the right hand of Rosario. Camacho just tied this man up.
You stop holding and hitting him.
Now he's getting a warning.
And again, Arthur Mercanti, second time that Mercanti has had to warn Hector Camacho. They talked about that in the rules meeting, so Arthur Mercanti obviously has been looking for that since the opening bell. 2 warnings now for Camacho.
Rosario went to the body that time. We need to see more body shots thrown by Rosario. See, Camacho is just able to get in and get out so quickly. It's difficult to for you to get the balance in there and land some good shots. You have to slow down his mobility, and the best way to do it is to go to the body.
Neither man is marked. This is the 4th round, halfway through. Rosario coming off his biggest round of the fight.
One thing about it, Barry, Rosario is making Camacho work. He's really trying to push him to the limit.
Yeah, there's no question about it. We've seen Camacho a few times. This is as tested as we've ever seen it. Got a left hand in there.
The left hand fell a little short.
Right hand by Rosario, a little bit short also.
Again, Rosario is content for one hand.
A little bit of blood alongside the nose of Edwin Rosario.
Good right hand.
That was a very good right hand by Rosario.
There's a cut over the left eye of Camacho.
And we'll try to see just how bad that cut is. It seems to be above the left eye in the corner.
Right, look at the way, the expression on Camacho. He's never been cut before. Now this could turn the tables around.
We'll see what effect it has on Hector Camacho. Another right hand. There's not a lot of blood, but Rosario scoring pretty consistently with the right hand here.
The blood is starting to drip into Camacho's eyes.
A decisive round for the challenger. Blood on the champion.
Not bad. Close your eyes. Okay. Lay back. Hold his on his heart.
Okay, champ. And stay away from his right hand all the time. You're doing a good job. He's caught over here too, okay?
Close your eyes.
He's not bad. Okay? Put him over here. Yeah, you just keep him taking away from his right hand.
We have to keep fighting with both hands, 2 hands. Work with him. Work him with 2 hands.
The way this fight is progressing, Camacho is going to have to stand and fight and try to back up Rosario very soon.
Don Thibodeau, the ace cut man in Camacho's corner, saying it's not serious, it's not very bad. Time will tell.
Well, we have a different Rosario now.
That was a good left hand by Camacho, and Rosario holds on.
I was saying that we have a different Rosario. He's a little more confident, and Camacho is trying to take the confidence from him.
Another good left hand by Camacho. And Camacho doing exactly what Larry Merchant just said he should do or has to do. You can see Camacho rubbing the eye. He's never been cut, Ray.
And, you know, I'm curious to see his reaction. Apparently the blood is flowing to his eyes and it's starting to impair his vision.
A left hand and Camacho's hurt. Rosario is right on him.
That's the left hook, Barry, I was talking about.
And a right hand by Rosario, who moves in for the kill. Camacho against the ropes.
He's hurt, Barrett. He's ready to go now. And what's the left hook again? And the cut
Camacho is in serious trouble here. And he's got a long way to go. 1 minute and 50 seconds. Camacho trying to survive. Rosario trying to put him away. Camacho now bleeding from the nose as well as the eye.
Stop calling! Wait!
Still a world of time to go for Hector Camacho.
Rosario's working the body and still taking his time here.
Not wasting any punches.
He doesn't want to get on weary. He put Camacho in some serious trouble. Camacho danced his way out of harm's reach, and now he's tying his man up.
And remember, against Ramirez, Rosario had him down twice and might have gotten a little armor. There was a hard shot, and Camacho again is in trouble. 30 seconds remaining, 5th round.
Camacho's legs are gone. He's still rubbly leg.
Arthur Mercante looking at that eye very closely. Inside of 10 seconds. All right. Camacho's pushing the doctor away from him.
It's all right.
You all right?
Camacho has never been in this kind of trouble.
You all right, Hector?
Now we'll see the kind of champion he is.
He's getting tired. Get away with his right hand, man. Boxing, okay? He's getting damn tired now, okay? I want you to box. Move.
There you see Rosario in full control, not getting hurried, but Camacho showing some smarts and resourcefulness in not allowing him to land another full shot while he was coming in. This is the test of a champion right here.
Round number 6. Long way to go. You notice the way that Rosario was able to put Camacho in trouble. He threw the right hand and he followed with the left hook. Perfect combination for a southpaw. Camacho on his bicycle now. Now you see a different Camacho because he respects the punching power of Rosario. In the last round, he came out and tried to brawl, and obviously that was not the ticket. Well, Camacho proved one thing. If he had to prove anything, he has a good chin. Still a lot of movement from Camacho. He looks a little fresher this 6th round. He's doing a great deal of movement. Took the right hand again. Rosario being very patient. Blood from the nose of Hector Camacho. But that eye has not opened up again here in the 6th round. Well, they want Camacho to stay away from that right hand. And in doing so, they tell him to continue to move to his right, not to his left. Rosario is not wasting any energy. Just steady plotting his way in. Let's go. Rosario now, he's still doing the right thing, but I think he needs to get some punches off instead of waiting. See what's happening. He's allowing Camacho to clear his head again. Because in moving in, like Rosario is doing, he needs to throw a punch, throw a jab at least. To get closer. He needs to get closer. Camacho going downstairs on Edwin Rosario, and now Arthur Mercanti once again talks to Camacho. I think, though, that was for low blows, not for holding. Watch that low blow! And you heard Arthur Mercanti say, watch the low blow. Rosario is still trying to get that left hook in because he knows how effective it was in that 5th round. Camacho going back to the tactics that were successful in the first 2 rounds now. Staying away, ducking in and ducking out. Rosario made a mistake of letting Camacho get back into the fight. Let Camacho get his rhythm back. A lot of punches still in the 5th round, so Rosario could be a little arm weary here.
There are different ways to dominate a round. That time Camacho came back, reestablished himself by dominating it with his quickness.
Keep the hands upstairs. Deep breath. Look at me. You have to throw more. I want you to throw more punches. More combination. He's hurt.
Arthur Mercanti, the referee, warned about the low blows. There was a right that was low and the left that followed it was low. So of those 4 punches that were on the border, 2 of them definitely landed low. It seemed to me, Ray, that the challenger tried too hard. Arthur McCanty, the referee, warned about the low blows. There was a right that was low and the left that followed it was low. So of those 4 punches that were on the border, 2 of them definitely landed low.
Now it can.
It seemed to me, Ray, that the challenger tried too hard to land a big punch in the last round and consequently landed very few of any kind of punches.
Well, he was well away, got a little over anxious because he was able to hurt Camacho. Wasted a lot of punches, a lot of energy, too.
7th round, and again, Camacho ducks in, sticks, and ducks out.
Camacho is really fresh now, back to his old self. Rosario looks to be fresh, too. He was a little arm weary in the 6th round, didn't throw too many punches.
And he was told about that in his corner. Now Rosario seems to want to pick up the pace and get inside a little bit more. That's where he has been effective. Good left hand by Camacho.
A very good left hand by Camacho. Again, it takes a couple of punches. Doesn't take one punch for Camacho because he's so mobile. He's going to be moving.
Well, there were a couple of punches, and he came right back, and now he jumps on Rosario. You can almost sense Camacho's confidence come back here.
Oh, yes, because like now his punches are starting to land now.
Very good stylistic fight, boys. This shit is chess right now.
Right to the head.
Camacho on the offense now.
You can tell when both guys get on with it because they start just to move. Camacho's moves don't throw too many punches, just a jab. On the other hand, Rosario content to get a breather and not throw any punches, but stay aggressive.
We should point out also that that cut over the left eye has not bled for the last 2 rounds.
You gotta keep coming back with something. You notice the right hand eased in of Rosario, but he has to come back, Barrett, that left hook. That's what's going to do it for him. Again, the right hand by Rosario is not coming back with the left hook.
So the right hand of Rosario is still effective, but as Ray Leonard mentioned, he doesn't seem to want to double up on it.
That movement of Camacho is not helping at all. Again, he's in position to throw it. Rosario off balance a little.
So although Rosario has had the one big round in the fight, I now have the score after 7 rounds, 4 rounds for Camacho, 3 for Rosario.
Well, we go from the ridiculous to the sublime here on HBO. June 23rd, we start our daily coverage of Wimbledon 86. That's Monday through Friday, 5 to 8 o'clock Eastern Time. The highlight show at 11:30 p.m. Larry Merchant, myself, Arthur Ashe, and Billie Jean King will all be at the All England Tennis and Croquet Club.
It's the 8th round now. You have to work out real hard. I told you, he's going on the 9th.
Taking a chance, we're doing okay. Let's keep on moving. Stay there. Let's go. Stay there. Mouthpiece, come on.
We're in the second half of the fight. Let's see if Camacho can sustain his pace.
Three-punch combination by Camacho.
Rosario can't allow for Camacho to get his punches off because Camacho is so quick. Rosario has to retaliate. Once Camacho throws his punches, he should throw his punches back.
Camacho getting the better of it suddenly.
I notice Camacho throws punches and ties this man up. That's a very smart move on his part.
Watch your heads.
Again, Camacho's in the corner. This one, Rosario needs to go to work. That left hook appears.
Right now, Rosario Reyes seems to just kind of be pawing a little bit.
Well, that's the mistake he's making, Barrett, because he's waiting for Camacho, and Camacho quite naturally is going to take advantage of it. Get his punches in, because Camacho can deliver maybe a dozen punches before you raise your hands.
Hot, break. Both of you watch your heads. Both, let's go.
Camacho getting his punches off quicker now. Now, again, Arthur Mercante tells Hector Camacho not to hold and hit. That's the third time. And now you have to think that Hector Camacho is walking a thin line of having a point taken away from him. And a fight that is seemingly as close as this one is, that could have a profound effect.
Well, Jimmy Jacobs, the manager of Rosario, stated that he should take a point when Camacho hold and hit it after a few type of warning. We have yet to see that.
There was a good right hand by Rosario, his best punch in 2 rounds.
We've seen some very good punches thrown by Rosario, but by far Camacho's thrown more punches.
Let's have a break.
The peanut vendor is doing well against the circus, but I still have the circus ahead.
El agua, profundo. Ese no lo peleamos mejor.
Keep the
Yo no
hands
ese no,
off.
pero tú puedes hacerlo mejor que él.
You can do it better
Ahora,
than
viste,
him.
quiero que te sigas moviendo para tu
I
mano
want you to keep moving
izquierda.
to your
Sigue moviendo
left.
para tu mano izquierda. A veces ese gancho,
Keep
pero tú
moving
lo
to the
vas a
left
costilla.
and use
La
the
mano
hook.
que tú tienes libre la tenemos que seguir usando. No dejes la mano libre. Mete la mano.
And there in the middle, Livingston Bramble, WBA champion.
Classy hit.
Obviously rooting for Hector Camacho. A fight between Camacho and Bramble, much talked about. Big money fight. But Edwin Rosario has other ideas.
Bloquea la derecha que es la que te anunciamos. Porque estás jalando para atrás, porque te entra, ¿ok? Tírate para el side. ¿Ok?
Keep on going on him.
I noticed, Ray, in that last round, that Camacho stayed on the ropes a few times. You think he's getting tired?
Well, he's in very good shape, I feel like, and maybe he was taking. I think he was taking a breather, but that was a mistake he made earlier in the 5th round.
That's just about the juncture of the fight that he did that against Ramirez, too. Good shot by Camacho, and Rosario holds on.
That punch blocked Rosario there. Camacho has resurgence of strength.
And I think Rosario's hurt a little bit here. Camacho moves in.
Watch that now. Let's go.
Rosario took a deep breath when he backed away from Hector Camacho a moment ago.
Let's go.
Slight puffiness on the right eye of Rosario from those left hands of Camacho. To the body, Rosario goes. Trying to slow down the movement of Camacho.
Stop holding that head. Let's go. Play.
And again, holding and hitting. Except that I think that time he might have been talking to Rosario. Rosario right hand.
Watch your heads. Watch your heads.
Ray, do you get the feeling that Rosario is head hunting too much, not trying to slow him down in the body?
And doing so, he is head hunting, and he's starting to get a little fatigued now. I think he's missed a number of shots that he could easily score by going to the body.
And that swelling under the right eye of Rosario started to get a little worse. Camacho really started to extend him here.
Well, see, and also Rosario's concentrating on the head, and he's forgetting how fast the Camacho can move around the ring.
And another good left hook by Camacho.
Every time that Rosario throws one punch, Camacho comes back with 2 or 3. That's the left hook. Once again, Barry, works every time. It's all elementary. You throw the right hand, you come back with that beautiful left hook.
Very quick, too.
Watch the heads, both of you.
Arthur Mercante again about his 4th warning to both fighters to watch their heads. And again, Camacho about a 5-punch combination. Very quick hands.
Camacho appears to have seized command of the fight at this point.
Tenemos que trabajar más. Está dejando de echar mucho, ¿sabes?
Don't let him work too much.
Profundo.
Take that.
Profundo.
Take that glove. Put some more tape around it.
Profundo, respira profundo.
Put some tape around it.
Ah, bien, olvídate eso ahora. Profundo. Te voy un poquito, ¿sabes?
I need the glove tape. I need the glove tape.
Let's see Camacho as he comes in, throws his furious rallies. Tremendous hand speed. I have a feeling, Ray, that if he wanted to fight that way, if that was in his character and that was in his personality, he could be giving a lot of trouble to Rosario. But of course, he knows he can dominate the fight from outside.
Take that glove, right. Stay there.
Hector Camacho in that round, according to our punch stat figures, as we have a momentary timeout while they tape the glove of Camacho, threw 30 more punches than did Edwin Rosario. Round number 10.
All right, watch that low blow again. I'm telling you now, again.
And again, a warning for a low blow to Hector Camacho from Arthur Mercante.
Camacho's found a surge of stress from somewhere. He's become rejuvenated. A lot more movement. He's throwing a lot more punches as in earlier rounds.
Well, as you mentioned earlier, Ray, too, for every one punch that Rosario throws, it seems that Camacho counters with 3. And that's really been the factor here. And another good example of just that. Starting to pick up the chant of Macho, Macho. And again, 4 punches that time. Back Rosario off.
You gotta give it to Camacho. I mean, the kid can fight. I mean, he's been hurt in the 5th round severely by a left hook by Rosario and came back. Weathered the storm and came back. Rosario's been making a mistake for the past 5 rounds and not coming back with anything. Camacho retaliates with 4 or 5 unanswered blows.
That right hand was caught largely on the gloves.
Camacho's nose has been bleeding for the past 6 rounds now. A slight swelling over the bridge of his nose due to the right hand by Rosario.
Again, take 1, give 2.
Rosario's just trying to load up. He's trying to get one big punch in there like he did in the 5th round. It's not going to work with a kid like Camacho. This speed, mobility. There he tried to throw a combination.
Watch it, boys. You're getting too close to the heads now, right? Take it easy.
They want Camacho to back Rosario up. They yell from the corner.
Let's go.
20 seconds remaining here in round number 10.
Again, Rosario's head hunting. The body's there. The body's going to be there.
You need these next 2 rounds big, kid. You need them. I'm telling you. You gotta have them.
Come on.
Go, John.
Big time. We need these 2 more rounds, okay? Okay? And when you get to the roll, when you be real tight, fight him too. When he throw punches, you know you're gonna miss, okay? You throw punches with him, okay? We need these rounds, okay? You hear me, champ? Okay.
Go, John.
Go to your left. He cannot beat us. Now we have to work a little bit. Use the hook and the right. We have to knock him out. Is that okay? We're going to work now, okay? We're going to work.
Good. Go all out. Throw 5, 6-point combinations. Okay, baby?
You heard it in the corner of the challenger. They have told him he has to win a knockout. He came into this fight saying he was going to be fighting for his life, and he'll have to fight that way in the last 2 rounds. I have him behind 6-3 and 1 even.
And even a little bit of concern in Camacho's corner. Conversation about you got to have these last 2 rounds. Now, in their case, I think perhaps just a little bit of a motivating factor. In Rosario's case, a little bit of desperation.
If Camacho just push Rosario there, I think what he's trying to do, trying to really frustrate him, make him rush in, and then capitalize on his mistakes as he rushes in. They want Rosario to throw more punches, especially that left hook.
And they want Camacho to throw 5 and 6 punch combinations. That was a very sharp combination there by Camacho.
There's a cut now over under the eye of Rosario.
All right, stop that spinning now. Let's go.
Not a serious point because blood will not flow into the eye.
Yeah, he's cut in a couple of strange places, alongside the nose and well under the eye.
Camacho spins, ties his man up.
Let's go.
I'm waiting for a good left hand by Camacho because see there it happened. Rosario now is walking right in now. He is susceptible to that overhand left hand of Camacho. You notice Camacho throw a couple jabs and he drops the left hand in it.
This is the 11th round, remember, WBC, 12-round fights.
All right, let's have a break.
They want to see 4 or 5 punches by Camacho. And Camacho is throwing a lot of punches.
There was a left hand by Rosario, and a right hand, and Camacho is rocked again. And now Rosario tries to pounce on Camacho, who's hurt. Rosario on the offense now. 35 seconds remaining, 11th round.
He needs to stay on top of Camacho right now.
Camacho holding on, Arthur Mercante trying to separate them.
Camacho's legs are rubbery. This is when Rosario needs to work. Camacho's doing the right thing. You see he's tying him up, holding the rope. He's trying to clear that head.
Mercante throws Camacho off of Rosario. Rosario's got about 15 seconds, and he's on him again. And Camacho is still just trying to survive. Another right hand. Camacho gets out of there. His legs are not solid.
A very big round for Edwin Rosario.
You all right? Yeah. All right? You gotta go for it. You gotta go for it. Here, watch this. How you feeling? All right. He's all right.
Profundo.
Deep.
Profundo.
Deep.
It's the last round. You have to knock him out. You
Here's Rosario. And again, it was the left hand. It was the left hand, not the right, that did the damage as Camacho tried to move away from the right hand. As I suggested early in this show,
That was a picture perfect hook, boy. That shit had massive form.
we're into the last round. A somewhat disappointing crowd of about 10,000 tonight, but boy, they are seeing a fight.
Last round, let's go. 3 minutes of boxing. Rosario needs them all. And in Camacho's corner, they told him to go after it, not to stay away.
Camacho is not steady at this point now. It's going to take another 30 seconds or so to clear his head. Especially as long as Rosario steady pointing action on.
Camacho tried to hold on again. It's a tired fighter that we're looking at in the champion.
You see an aggressive Rosario. Now using both hands.
Rosario's corner telling him he has to knock him out.
It's getting closer. You know it's getting closer.
Right hand, uppercut behind it. Camacho gets out of there.
Camacho is still buried, not on steady legs.
Definitely not. Tell you though, champion's showing an awful lot of character tonight.
Rosario steady trying to get close, dropping that left hook. That left hook has been a beauty since the 5th round where he was able to hurt Camacho.
Past the halfway mark, final round.
Now he's steady coming back with the left hook as he throws his right hand.
Camacho now starting to fight back a little bit of a wrestling match. We will let you sit back, watch the last minute of this fight, listen to the crowd tell you the story.
All right, let's go, great.
I had Camacho winning a very, very close decision. It wouldn't be any surprise if Rosario got it.
Well, you said, Larry, it's about 10,000 people here. I'll tell you, there's 10,003 that are applauding. Great show.
It was a good comeback by Camacho when he was hurt in the 5th round. He fought a very very experienced fighter in Edwin Rosario. I think it's a close fight. The more telling blows were by quite naturally Rosario. Camacho threw a great deal of punches though.
Just a tremendous fight on both parts. Joy in Rosario's corner. And likewise, confidence amongst Hector Camacho's corner. The numbers on this fight, as you can see, Camacho throwing almost twice as many punches, but not connecting on nearly as high a percentage as Edwin Rosario. In fact, neither man with a high percentage. Somewhat surprising, I would have to think. A lot of confidence on both sides here, and this one, as Larry Merchant said, Ray, you have to feel this could go either way.
It can, because that last round or two, as both corners stated, hey, we need these. And Rosario was aggressive. Camacho fought back. I thought Camacho took the control and lead in the earlier rounds, but Rosario came back strong after the 5th round.
The man behind our HBO cameras is Marty Cohen, the 88-year-old mentor of Hector Camacho. Camacho has said he talks to Marty Cohen like Batman talking to Commissioner Gordon. There's a real love between the two of them. A tired Hector Camacho earned the payday tonight. So did this man, Edwin El Chapo Rosario. We asked him what that meant, incidentally. He said, oh, it's a fish, some kind of fish. We pushed him about it, and apparently it's some kind of a dolphin.
It's not a shark, Barry.
Not a shark.
That was an excellent fight.
Obviously, both men feel that they have won it, and this one is going to evoke quite a crowd reaction, I'm sure.
Where they just embraced, which proves the rivalry is over. And I really love that in athletes.
There was a certain bitterness between these two. We touched on it at the top of the show, and it was not hype. You had the feeling that talking to each man independently of one another, that there was kind of a deep-seated dislike. And I think it was not so much a dislike of the man himself, but of the man's lifestyle.
I would agree with that, Barry. Both guys had something to prove to their people.
Arthur Mercanti standing with both fighters now, and both are going to remember this. Well, let's get the verdict.
And there you have it, guys. I tell you right now, I've got a list. And that list consists of what you guys wanted. And trust me, man, Archives of Boxing will be back. And we will be giving you guys what you're asking for here, most definitely. You know, just want to thank everybody for stopping by. I want to thank everybody for killing with the requests. If you would like to donate to the channel, you already know it's paypal.me/JCotto fight page. All right, guys. Otherwise than that, man, I just want to let you guys know that Archives of Boxing will be back. I would say in a day, which would be Wednesday. So you guys hold on as I basically find all this fight footage and shit for you guys. And I'm also gonna be looking for the old school fights, and I'm talking about, like, the Silver Range and shit, So just give me a day and I should be back on Wednesday. All right, guys, I should be definitely coming back on Wednesday. Hold on for 1 second. Sorry, guys, the nephew got up from a nap. But I'm definitely gonna be just looking for all these old fights for you guys and the new ones as well. But otherwise of that, man, God bless. Stay vigilant. Peace, guys.
That is the most spectacular 1-1 shot of any Pacquiao. You may hear it. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Guys, there's nothing like boxing, and there are no athletes like fighters.